Welcome to week 11 of Rebuild Mark. I am Mark Still, and believe it or not, I leave for Emporia, Kansas next week. These 11 weeks have flown by. I feel really good on the bike. Let's talk about that bike. I talked about a lot of changes I was going to make, and I made a bunch of them. So, fresh brake pads, ended up bleeding the rear brake, put a 38 tooth chainring up front instead of the 40. It definitely helps on the hills. After I did those changes, I went on a 64-mile ride and got to try that out. 2 teeth is a lot of change, and it helps a lot on the steep hills. Also swapped out the tires. Went from the Pathfinder Pros in 700 by 47 to the Tracer Pros in a 700 by 47. Couple of differences in the tire. One, I bought the tan sidewalls in the Pathfinders, which I think look cool, but just don't seem as durable. And also that slick tread down the middle of the Pathfinder, I don't think does me any favors in Kansas, when I think 90 some odd percent of what will be on is dirt and gravel and rocks. So the Tracer has a little bit more rounded profile, which I think helps in the corners. But more importantly, it's got tread all the way across, and I think that's just going to be better grip. And I think other than that, they're pretty similar tires, but same size, 700 by 47. I like the extra volume. So those are the changes on the bike. And then there were some changes for me and the bike, because I finally got that fit schedule. So I went to Wheat Ridge Cyclery in Wheat Ridge, Colorado, and met with Jonathan Fay, one of the fitters there, who is also, incidentally, doing the 350 this year, did it back in 2021. So he'll be in Kansas, as well as other folks there at the store will be out there too. So they kind of know the vibe of what we're doing. And Jonathan and I spent a couple hours working through fit. As I suspected, I was pretty close. But it's tough to dial in yourself in the fit. So we did make a few changes. We brought the bars up about 1 centimeter, time it was all said and done. Saddle placement changed a little bit. Height changed a little bit. I was a little bit low. And we did some cleat placement work. Also, for all the years I've ridden Specialized shoes, I generally rode the blue medium spec footbeds. And I just didn't bother with those when I got these Specialized shoes. So we went back to those blue ones, and I think it makes a big difference. So I feel better, but I haven't ridden outside yet. As soon as I wrap this up, I will be going outside for an hour ride and see if those changes make a difference. I could always put things back. Oh, one last change. We did tilt the bars up just a touch. So you can hardly even notice, but just want to make sure that's different, and the tilt of the saddle's different. Where I had the saddle leveled at exactly 0 degrees, Jonathan helped me understand how just a little bit down from that position, which still pretty much looks level, 1 degree down, lets me do a few things different with my hips and the placement of that. Not my norm, but it seemed like a reasonable change, and it felt pretty good, and I trusted what he was saying. So, big changes. Another big change is that hotel room that I booked a week after Unbound last year, I canceled it, because I'll be heading from Colorado to Kansas in this really cool adventure wagon and staying out at the Fairgrounds again. So that's very different than what I thought I'd be doing. And I think it'll be a little more peaceful. I camped at the Fairgrounds last year and quite enjoyed that, but didn't really want to sleep on the ground again this year. So the adventure van cures that, because it's essentially a really nice house on wheels wrapped in a van. So that's going to be fun. And the other part of that is it makes me easier to find. So if you're out by the Fairgrounds, where a lot of folks will be camping, I think it's the Lyon County Fairgrounds, be camping out there. If you're out that way, or just get out there on purpose, come get a hat, Slow Guy on the Fast Ride hat, and maybe even a Slow Guy on the Fast Ride t-shirt. So come by, hang out, visit for a bit if you're so inclined. Say hello. I had a lot of great comments this week, asking good questions and giving me some great advice, including don't pass up a chance to get in a swiftly moving cold stream and cool off if it's a hot day. So that was a good one. I will not miss that chance. And it's been fun talking about everybody's preparation. So if you have questions for me, as always, this is a group project. Let me know in the comments what those questions are. I'll do my best to get them answered. I will be in Emporia hopefully by Wednesday afternoon. I'm going to try and go to the Hall of Fame induction this year. That little ceremony is going on. But I'll be out there Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday early evening, somewhere in there, out at the Fairgrounds in this beautiful van. Take a look at that. That's how you'll find me. And I have swag. So if you want some swag, come see me in Kansas. And if you don't want to leave a comment, email me at mark@browntimemedia.com, and I'll see you next week.